and it's a very quite interesting program and event, and I hope it was beneficial to each and every one of you. As you all know, we had 2 previous intense session, which was speaking about drug addiction and gambling, which I think these are things we need to discuss about for our daily activities and routines, because it's affecting a lot of youth on a global stage. So ladies and gentlemen, the last session of today is on youth and voluntary work of Yeshilai, and I'll be your humble moderator for this session. I'm called Idi Ahmed. I'm from Cameroon, and I work for ICYF, a professional officer at ICYF. Today we have a very special guest. I've been reading her CV and it's very interesting, and I'm looking forward to listen to her insightful presentation. I just want to remind the speaker that she has 30 minutes to 40 minutes to finish the presentation, and then we shall have 10 minutes for question and answer session. Then we shall close the session by giving the floor to our Director of Projects, who has something to announce to you, distinguished audience. Ladies and gentlemen, our speaker of today works as a specialist at the International Cooperation Department in Turkish Green Crescent. Her primary responsibilities include research, analyzing international issues, policies, laws, and activities of governments, companies, and organizations overseas. In addition, she works to build and maintain a network with various stakeholders and international organizations such as UNODC, WHO, IFRC, to identify and to develop opportunities that are linked to cooperation. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I don't want to monopolize the mic. Let's welcome Ms. Sarah Evely Ozan. I hope I pronounced your name very well, Ms. Sarah.
Yeah, thank you very much. It was very nice.
The floor is all yours. Thank you so much, Ms. Sarah.
Thank you for the nice introduction. I will share my screen with you. Just a second. So, okay. I guess you can see my screen. Is that right?
Yes, I can see it.
Okay, thank you. So, hello everyone. It's nice to be here. I know it was a quite long 2 days. There's lots of information for you, and I don't want to bore you with the last session. That's why I will try to make my presentation a bit short. I would like to give you some brief information about Green Crescent, what we do especially with youth, and of course, our international activities that would be also beneficial for you. Before going to the presentations, I would like to show a short video of Green Crescent. It includes all of the information about our NGO. So I hope it works. One moment.
Perhaps this is how you still remember us, with a green and white cuff.
Sorry, was it? Hold on.
Today, we are quite different. We have changed lives. We have become the Green Crescent that protects, educates, heals, researches, listens, while expanding with its volunteers. We have changed our point of view. We have expanded our capacity and our battleground against addiction. We have implemented a world-renowned extensive preventative training program. Not one, not thousands. We became millions. With our volunteers, we built an immense army battling against addiction. Via corporate collaborations, thousands of professionals sided with us. We gained more power. Addiction, insidiously taking young lives, could not be beat with a mere poster. With preventive strategies and by recognizing dependencies early on, we have developed methods to intervene. Instead of saying no or don't to them, we started to teach them how they could say no, to encourage everyone to think, to create, and to take a stand against addiction. We held both national and international contests. With the Green Detector app, we protected the rights of non-smokers. We provided funding and scholarships to universities, NGOs, and other organizations engaging in anti-addiction activities. We combed through all scientific publications related to our line of work and created an archive. With the training we provided to stop addiction-inciting content, we included the media in our battle. By holding national and international symposiums and bringing World Health authorities together, we developed public health policies. We have implemented national and international accreditation systems for a healthy society and defined the service standards. The home, the schools, the streets, neighborhoods. We developed projects to involve every layer of society in this battle. We were aware that listening only was not enough. We needed to talk, to convince, to reach out our hands. We expanded our work field for addicts and their families. For addicts to reclaim their true selves, we founded Yedam and developed a national rehabilitation model. We published magazines which have now reached 1,000 issues. We expanded our audience. We published books for children, young people, parents, academics. With distinctive projects such as TV series, public service ads, we were able to reach people of all ages. Yes, Green Crescent clubs still exist. However, our 100th year goal as the Green Crescent is to work harder and touch more people's lives internationally. A Green Crescent that fights hard through its employees, branches, and volunteers.
Yeah, like mentioned in the video, we are celebrating our 100th anniversary this year. Our mission is to protect the society and youth, especially youth, from harmful habits without any discrimination. Our domains are several substances and behavioral addictions, like talked in the sessions before: cigarettes, alcohol, drug, gambling, and technology. Before presenting some activities of Green Crescent, I want to draw the main structure of our work. All of our works are divided in these 3 parts. We are doing prevention, intervention, and recovery. I will try to explain what this means and give some examples from our work. So prevention means a process that attempts to prevent the onset of substance use and behavioral addictions. Green Crescent efforts focus on individual and the surroundings. In this regard, we have several training programs. The most popular prevention work is the addiction training program. We call it TBM. It is an extensive informative training program that is also available online. We are implementing this program mostly in schools with the collaboration of the Ministry of Education. But of course, it is implemented in other public areas with the support of the social workers, religious officials, and governmental personnel. TBM has different models appropriated for all age groups. It is an evidence-based content, has been developed for preschoolers, primary, secondary, and high schoolers, and adults, of course. With this program, we reach every year 10 million students and 2 million adults. It has been already translated in many different languages like English, French, Russian, Arabic, and Bosnian. So in the future, we are expecting that these numbers will gain more around the globe. Intervention means the process to limit the development of problems associated with substance use and other behaviors. Intervention means for us in the first part, early intervention, which means that we are trying to intervene addictions before the continuously using of substances. The OBM is a school-based early intervention program based on individual interviews with the students and teachers. The first researches proves that this program is effective. It was found that students who have begin to use substances could quit using it after this program. The last structure is recovery. Recovery and intervention are actually nested concepts. Recovery in general means to return to a normal stage of health, mind, and strength. In this regard, to prevention and recovery, we have to talk about our consultancy centers of Green Crescent, what at the first session today, Mrs. Melike has introduced a bit. In these centers, we provide psychosocial treatment, group therapies, where families are also involved with the hotline services. Psychologists support those who are in urgent need or just want to take informations. Besides psychosocial treatment and medical support, we also provide vocational training and development of skills, hobbies for comprehensive recovery. These were examples of our general work. I will now more talking about our activities with youth. Since our establishment, Green Crescent is empowering youth with many different activities to build up a drug-free society. So Green Crescent uses a structure that brings together students aged 40 to 25. We provide them preventative services against addictions and give them the opportunity for voluntary work. Green Crescent youth are in 110 universities with university clubs, and 30,000 volunteers are building a huge family. We are very proud of it. I want to give you some examples of our work with youth. For example, the Green Crescent platform is a very popular and interesting activity. This platform was also mentioned at the first lecture from Mrs. Melike, where role models were as a question. So this platform brings together young people with famous names from the media, art, sports, who are role models with their way of life and their history, of course. So youth can meet them during these lectures, where they have the opportunity to come closer together. To promote a healthy lifestyle and help young people socialize, we organize a variety of activities such as theater games, movie nights, reading groups, as well as sportive activities like hiking, sport tournaments, and youth camps. One of the most important channels in reaching young people is undoubtedly the youth camps. Young people love these camps, these activities providing youth to spend their free time with valuable social, cultural, and sportive activities. Young volunteers are an important part of our prevention work. So volunteers who share a common purpose of creating a better environment are taking place in many different prevention efforts in schools, communities. For example, this photo is from an awareness campaign done by university students to indicate the harms of tobacco use. To widen the scope of preventive work through young people, young volunteers are trained as TBM trainers. After completing this training, young volunteers train their peers at the universities or train younger kids in their schools. To be a TBM trainer has a positive effect of the students themselves. By this way, they have the opportunity to increase self-confidence, gain the ability to make presentations and speak to the community. But the most important part of this project is that we could show that being informed by peers is perceived as more positive and effective for university students than other methods. For further spread of prevention, trained young volunteers meet with primary, secondary, and high school kids. With interactive activities, they give them education according to their age level. So now I want to share with you our international work so you can maybe be a part of it. We have a lot of international events and activities. For example, we do a cartoon contest every year. Cartoonists from all around the world taking part in this contest by sending their art. The purpose is, of course, to raise awareness and create awareness in the world, in our country, and especially in young people against addictions. The best cartoons are awarded every year. So if you are interested in cartoons or can draw, you can participate in this contest. For the contest next year, don't forget to follow up our websites and follow us on social media. The Advocacy Forum, yeah, we are very excited about this program. It will be the first one this year. Actually, we have planned to do this in Istanbul, but because of the conditions with COVID-19, we will doing it online in August, in 25 to 26 August, 3 days. This platform will bring 80 to 25 aged young people together from the globe. This platform will provide, of course, the opportunity to connect youth, exchange experience and ideas, promote leadership, to mobilize youth in the country. We are doing this event in collaboration with UNODC and WHO. The forum will include the series of interactive plenary sessions and webinars with high-level representatives and experts from NGOs and international organizations. In the next days, we will go with an announcement. All applications will be collected through an online application form. We are planning to collect these applications during 20 July and 10th August. So this form will empowering also youth to take active role in regional and global advocacy. That's why I want to give you, I want to introduce you the UNODC Youth Forum in terms of global advocacy. For example, the UN Youth Forum is a good experience to young people. And to take part in this event, you have to be nominated from your country's permanent mission. And to be a representative of your country, you have to get in contact with the permanent mission of Vienna of your country. So Turkey was represented with 2 young Green Crescent volunteers this year and last year. We are very proud of them. Though the other international program is our internship program. We have done last year in 2019 a pilot program, and 9 students from 8 countries worked in many different departments. As you can mention, Green Crescent has a big team and many different departments as well. We are planning in the future to carry on this program. Students around the globe who would like to build up a career in this field will have the opportunity to make an internship in our headquarters. So I want to show you a short video about the internship, and you will also see lots of images of our headquarters. Is it working? No? Yes.
Toplumun ve gençliğin özellikle uyuşturucu, sigara ve yapan maddelerden uzak durmasında bu yeşil ayın faaliyetleri çok önemli olduğunu düşünüyorum.
Burada reklam işleri, halkla ilişkiler, grafik tasarım çalışmaları bulunmaktadır. Burada öğrendiklerim benim için çok önemli ve o bilgiler Kırgızistan işlerinin daha da gelişmesi için büyük bir katkı sağlayacak diye düşünüyorum.
That brings positive and meaningful changes to society. I'm both happy and really satisfied to be part of that team. Thank you, Yaşılay.
3 hafta içerisinde paydaş biriminde staj yaptım. Çok verimli ve faydalı kanaatindeyim.
This learning will help the team and I have a more organized work and a more powerful one, especially since the branch in Morocco is very new.
It will also help me in my master thesis in social management. I'm really satisfied of this experience.
Burada çeşitli projeler üzerine çalışıyoruz. Onları Bulgaristan gençlerinde uygulamaktan mutluluk duyacağım.
Yeah, for the internship program next year, we are planning it, as I said, and don't forget to us to follow. Finally, I want to say a few words of our country Green Crescent. Turkish Green Crescent pioneered the establishment of more than 70 independent country Green Crescent at the globe. They are doing similar work in their own countries. If you are interested in addiction prevention and public health, I guess they would be happy if you get in contact with them. You can get more information in our website on ifgc.org. It's on the next slide here on the top. You can find the website. And this picture is from all of our representatives. We are coming each year in Turkey together to share our knowledge. And yeah, of course, for more information, visit our website and follow us on social media. We are on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. That's all from me. We can go through the questions if you have.
Thank you so much, Ms. Sarah. Thank you for your insightful presentation. I can see a lot of activities that your organization is implementing, has similar activities that ICYF is also implementing, and I hope the cooperation between our two institutions shall be reinforced. And I'm so happy that the Green Crescent platform you spoke about is really helping the mental state of many people, because you're trying to promote the healthy lifestyles of individuals, which is very important. And I hope our dear participants will definitely subscribe to your website and different social media platforms so that they can make good use of your activities, which I deem is very, very important for our youth today. So without further ado, I'd like to open the floor for question and answer session. So please kindly raise your hand. I will call you and you will ask your question. But before I open the floor for question and answer session, I would like to just say one thing. At the end of this training, Yeşil Life prepared an evaluation form for all the participants, and we are going to send it to you into your email account. So please kindly fill the forms, the different forms, and send it back to the email that you're going to receive. So ladies and gentlemen, let's open the floor. I would like to start with Mr. Yahya from Burkina Faso. Please, you have the floor.
Okay, thank you very much, dear moderator, and also thank you to the lecturer. My question is very simple. When I was watching the video, lastly, I've seen the list of all the countries, members of the Green Crescent, but unfortunately, I've not seen my country on the list. So I want to know, for example, so what is the procedure for a country to be a member of the Green Crescent? So this is my question. Is it on a governmental basis, or is it, for example, allowed for an organization to be a member of your organization? Thank you very much.
Thank you for this question. Yeah, actually, a Green Crescent is an NGO. We don't have connections with we don't expect to have connections with the governments. So if you, all people in their countries can rebuild a Green Crescent or another NGO. It has not to be the name Green Crescent. It could be appropriated for your own country. So, but we just have the main reason to share that this organization will cover all addictions. So if he has to be a member of IFGC, of the federation, they have to cover alcohol, tobacco, drug, gambling, and other addictions. That's the main thing.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Yahya. I hope your question was you had your reply.
Yeah, yes, no problem. I will visit your website and see whatever exactly we can do if, for example, wanted to establish something like this in our country, Burkina Faso. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. There are also, I guess, on the website a form to be a member of this federation, so you can check these websites.
Thank you very much. Okay, the next question comes from Mr. Shafiq Hakimi from Afghanistan. Are the international students who are studying in Istanbul, can they join the activities of Green Crescent, or can they work as a volunteer? And the second one is, and about internship programs, what are the criteria? Should we be an undergraduate student or postgraduate student? Thank you.
For the first questions, yeah, if you are in Istanbul, in Turkey, if you are studying here, you can apply in your university's Green Crescent clubs. If you don't have, so you can also visit our website, so be a member of Green Crescent and be a volunteer, and you can take part in voluntary activities. But as I said, if you have a Green Crescent club in your university, it would be better to go there because they are very active in all activities. And the second question was, what was it again?
It was regarding the criteria.
At the internship
programs.
Yeah, we had, as I remember, we have the criteria that the internship has to be over 18 and that they has to be university students, but it could be also that they are doing their master degrees, so it's not a problem. But I don't know what we are doing next year for this internship program, so it will be clear next year, I guess.
Inshallah, inshallah. Thank you so much. I'm trying to check the chat box, and I can't see a lot of people raising their hands. I guess many people are already tired by the end of this, but someone is asking if we have Yeshilai in Lebanon. Miss Sarah, yeah. I don't know if we have in Lebanon.
Yeah, we have in Lebanon.
I think.
Great. Yeah.
Okay. Anyone else who wishes to raise his or her hand? If not, we're going to close the session, and I'll call Miss Jeren to conclude the session. Anyone else? Yes, can we have Miss Tani Barkat from Cameroon? Please, you have the floor. Yes, Miss Tani? You raised your hand. I think she can't hear.
No.
Miss Tani?
Okay, assalamu alaikum, ma'am. Thank you for the nice presentation. I would like to ask for like countries, for example, Cameroon, which don't have a country representative in the Green Crescent. How can we bring this organization into our country? Are they, which procedures can we take to, have Cameroonians also enjoy the benefits of this organization, especially in Cameroon? Thank you.
So as I said for the first question, it is just a voluntary work. So people who in your country, when they want to do to implement an NGO working in the field of addictions on these several types of addictions, they just have to build up this NGO. And if they want to be a member of our federation, they just get in contact with us. We have several MOU signings and lots of procedures, but it's not so difficult. So it's just needed to be presented in a country that they are volunteer in doing the same work what we are doing. And we also give, of course, we try to give our know-how to these members, and also try to give all of our works and share our works and knowledge. I hope I could answer this question. Sorry.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ms. Tani and Ms. Sarah. The other question comes back to for the Lebanon. The person, Ms. Rasha, is asking, how can we connect with them in Lebanon? Do they have a website or?
You can find the informations on our website, ifgc.org. But if not, you can also email us to global@yesilai.org.tr. I can also share our email address to you when my colleagues are also okay with it.
Thank you so much, Ms. Sarah. Can I give the floor to, is Mr. or Mrs. Rhoda Bilal from Djibouti?
Yes, thank you for your presentation, ma'am. Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, I'm from Djibouti, and we are in, as we are in East Africa countries, we almost, I can say almost, have this cat addiction. Our population, they are suffering a lot with this addiction. So as youth, we need to create a voluntary group to prevent our society for this kind of addiction. Can you give us tips to create this kind of groups, please?
Oh, yeah, that's a very difficult question. Yeah, tips.
Yes, we need to solve. We need to, intervene this kind of problem in our society.
So first of all, I'm not an expert on this file, but I can just share you what I know. It's my personal view. So first of all, you have to check first of all what problems you have in your country, in your area, maybe doing specialize these problems so that you have the way to implement programs and other things. And of course, you have to check your supports, where you can get support, money, financial support, and other supports. So you have to check these findings where you can find fundings. And then the next thing is to be a volunteer, to doing awareness campaigns, to be involved in policies, to read your policies in your country, to take to mobilize youth. You will have to be active in social media, and I guess it would be what I say. That's all, I guess.
Thank you. I get it.
Thank you very much, Ms. Rhoda, for your question. If there is any further question, I would like to conclude my session. And inshallah, I will hand over the mic to Ms. Jeren. But before that, I would like to thank our honorable speaker, distinguished speaker, Ms. Sarah, for your insightful presentation. On behalf of ICYF President and ICYF Secretariat, we are honored that you accepted our invitation to actually help our participants understand what your organization is working on and doing. It's an honor for us. I hope our respective participants will also raise a lot of awareness in their respective societies, especially regarding drug addiction and gambling. The other day, I was telling one of my friends who is very close to me, he's very addicted to cigarette, and I kept telling him for several years, like, you need to quit cigarette, it's not good. But until he faced death, That's when he decided to stop smoking, when he was in the hospital bed, and the doctor was like, okay, we're about to operate you and you have a problem around your heart. We need to arrange your heart arteries. He got scared and immediately he came out of the operation, surgery, sorry. Alhamdulillah, he quit smoking immediately, and he has started also his platform where he's trying to raise awareness. I guess by nature, human beings are stubborn, so we need to always keep reminding them about what the bad effects of addiction and everything. So Miss Sarah, thank you so much for your help. As a tradition, ICYF, we usually give a token of appreciation, but since we can't meet you in person now, we hope we'll meet you soon since we're in Istanbul, and inshallah, we'll have programs in which we'll work on. So without further ado, please, I'd like to give the floor to Ms. Jeran. Ms. Jeran, are you here with us?
Yes, I am here.
Thank you so much. You have the floor. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Iddi, for the kind words, and also you have said all words that needs to be said for this session and for this training module. And I also would like to thank to Ms. Sarah for today's session, and as well as the other trainers who made a fruitful session on addiction. Actually, the addiction training was the first time for ICYF as online. However, we did some regional programs in order to develop skills of the trainers in Palestine before in cooperation with the Green Crescent again. And there were other plans to execute such kind of training of trainers. However, due to COVID-19, most probably we are going to redesign our training for trainers as online format. So I have to emphasize that Green Crescent efforts and their valuable contribution into this matter is really huge and valuable for ICYF. And I do hope that you enjoy the training session. The addiction is really extensive subject to discuss about for just 2 days in 6 hours. And the time is not limited to understand all the causes and all other effects and the reasons. But I'm sure that you have now some awareness on this topic, and if you would like to be volunteer, especially fighting against addiction at any level in your respective country or international level, it will give you some idea how you can communicate with any kind of institution like Green Crescent in the future and also in the present. As ICYF, we will try our best to design different models in cooperation with Green Crescent and other international organizations that we are going to work with you, because the aim of this training session, as you already know, it was a follow-up training session for our young volunteers, because ICYF is in the new mission that we are going to provide follow-up training session in order to have strong communication with our trained volunteers or other programs. I mean, all of our alumni are really important for us, and we are so glad that you were on the loop and you also tried to catch up this important opportunity to meet the Green Crescent and their significant work. I don't want to keep you more than this, but I would like to express our appreciation and our thanks to Green Crescent for their efforts and for their devoted work in addiction and its prevention. I do hope that you will be safe for the next time that we will meet again. And I do hope that we will see different initiatives and your successful programs and project proposal as ICYF. It was very great pleasure to see you all. I had a chance to see some of you that I haven't been seen for a long time, at least 1 year or 2 years. And it is really great to see you all today here. And thank you so much, Mr. Middi, again for the amazing moderation. And I also would like to thank Mr. Suleiman for the excellent technical preparations, and as well as our dear moderator, Miss Amal, for her outstanding moderation. And lastly, Miss Merve and Miss Hilal, who prepared all relevant preparation regarding the online addiction program in cooperation with the esteemed Green Crescent officials, specifically Miss Chidam. I would like to thank all the trainers and as well as the respected officials of the Green Crescent for making this training, unique training model possible for our Muslim youth and international youth. Thank you so much. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Please stay safe and be fine, inshallah. See you.
Thank you so much, Ms. Jaren. Thank you. So I would like to then close the floor. Thank you, dear participants. Today, if my voice is very low, I'm very sorry about that. We had a really busy week and we're all a bit exhausted, but alhamdulillah, we're all doing well. So without further ado, I think Ms. Jaren, you give me the permission to close the floor. I guess so. So yeah, I just want to remind each and every one of you, an email shall be sent into your private email account regarding the Yeshelai evaluation form, which you need to fill in. So please don't hesitate to send it back to us, and please do fill it. It's very important for the organization. Without further ado, I would like to thank each and every one of you for participating in our respective programs. And we hope to see you in